Hey guys, so today's video is a one brand tutorial using only e.l.f. products. If you guys know and if you've been around for quite some time, when I first started with makeup and on YouTube, I kind of stuck to e.l.f. and really affordable brands. And throughout the years, even though my techniques and kind of skills have improved, I have to say that it's still nice to be able to pick up an eyeshadow palette or something that's not gonna break the bank. And I've learned as the years have gone by that you don't need to spend a ton of money to feel beautiful. It's honestly, there are some products that are costing me $40-50 bucks, and I prefer stuff from e.l.f. or the drugstore. It's kind of sad because the price does not guarantee quality. I wanted to share with you guys this tutorial because I want everybody, no matter what your budget is, to be able to feel beautiful. And I kind of want to do more one brand tutorials, so let me know if you'd love to see that. Make sure you give this video a giant thumbs up if you want to see more e.l.f. tutorials, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and turn on the little bell so you get the notification. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go ahead and get started, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite e.l.f. product is, because I may not have tried it and I need to know. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and use my 18 brush set, and I actually ended up also picking up the e.l.f. Selfie Ready powder brush separately and the e.l.f. foundation serum in light medium. So I'm going to start by applying that all over my skin. Now the foundation actually is amazing. I really like it. The only issue is I wish I could powder it because it's just a little bit too shiny for me, and I'm a dry skin girl. I love dewy skin, but it's also very light, maybe a medium coverage if you build it up. But it looked amazing after wearing it throughout the day. It was just really glowy. It looked really nice. It didn't really seep into the pores too much, but I do wish it had a little bit more coverage, and the foundation brush was amazing. So then I moved on to the e.l.f. lightweight concealer sticks, and I got the light, medium, and the fair light, and I decided to go ahead and use those to color correct my dark under eye circles, and I layered them because the color kind of didn't match either way, so I thought I needed kind of an in-between. So I used both of them and then used the Flawless Concealer brush, and wow, this brush is amazing. I was so impressed with e.l.f.'s brush set. If you really need one, these are really good brushes. Then I decided to use the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer, and this one actually, when I used it on its own, did not cover my dark circles, so I really recommend using this as kind of a highlighter or a brightener on top of some kind of other concealer, which it worked amazing. Now I'm using the lightweight concealer stick again on my eyes to prime because I don't have an eyeshadow primer from e.l.f. I actually finished my other one up, and I'm just going to go ahead and set that with a light shade that matches my skin tone from the Mad for Matte palette because I didn't have a powder. I got a powder, but it was super orange and decided not to use it. Now I'm going to move on to the e.l.f. foundation palette in medium dark. I decided to use this kind of as a contour palette, and I'm using this contour brush from the set. And I actually really liked using it because I am a cream contour kind of person. I have really dry skin, and then I used the foundation blurring brush, and it worked amazing. I really liked the way that it looked. It was very subtle and it was very buildable. I liked the staying power. It looked good. So if you are looking for a cream palette, that might actually work out for you. I also ended up using the light medium palette, and I used it kind of to color correct on the bottom and kind of make the contour a little bit more crisp. Now I moved on to the blush palette, the cream blush palette, sorry, and a stippling brush, and I used that to just add a little bit of color to my cheeks, which also I'm very impressed with the cream products from e.l.f. Really impressed. Now I'm using the Total Face palette with the highlight that was in there. I'm not the biggest fan of this palette. I feel like it could be a little bit better. The highlight's okay, it's nothing really special, and the contour in there, the powder contour, just I feel like it wasn't anything amazing. Now I'm using the matte blush in Soft and Subtle, and it looked amazing. I said amazing probably 100 times in this. I'm so sorry, but it really did. Now this is the Total Face palette. I didn't like the way that it settled, the bronzer that I used. Do you see how it kind of looks splotchy and not really all together? I really wish I just left the cream contour alone and didn't put a powder on top of it. So if I have any recommendations, that's what it would be. Now this is the e.l.f. Eyebrow Lift Pencil. It's actually really good. The only complaint I have about it is the fact that it's a very thick pencil, and when you use it, it ends up staying thick. It's very hard to sharpen it and stuff like that, so you gotta be talented at using it. Now I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Nude Rose Gold palette, and I'm gonna be grabbing a nice kind of mauvey, cool tone brown shade and applying that into my crease. I am really a big fan of these like Mad from Matte palettes, these Prism palettes that e.l.f. has. They are really good. Now, not all of e.l.f.'s eyeshadows are amazing. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you this. Now, this is the Prism palette, and I'm obsessed with it. I love all of their Prism palettes. Really recommend that you try, and the formula is amazing. And I wanted to use those eyeshadows, but I wanted to prep my eye first, so I used the foundation palette and used a light shade to just kind of prep the eye. I applied it, so the foundation was really kind of sticky and tacky, and it worked as a really good primer for when I started applying the kind of rose gold and the white color when I mixed them together. Now, I also wanted to kind of create a little bit of a smoky effect, so I added a nice kind of warm, dark chocolate brown and applied that into the outer corner. And again, all of these brushes I'm using are from that set, and they're amazing. They have a blending brush and a crease brush, and they work really well. I'm very impressed, because normally when you use drugstore brushes, it's not a fun time, but I really had no problem at all. Now I'm using the e.l.f. gel liner, and the only issue with this one is that it's not as black as I would like it to be, so I wish I could just like take a dark black eyeshadow and go on top of it. I also used the foundation palette as a concealer palette and just kind of fixed up the lines. And now I'm doing the lip liner. So the lip liner is in the color Wine, and it has the lip liner on one side and a lip brush on the other. So I used the lip liner and applied that all over my lips. And after that, ended up using the lip brush to just kind of pull the color inwards into the middle of the lip. I didn't want it to be too intense, but at the same time, I didn't want it to go too, what's it called? Like too blurry. I wanted it also to define my lips. So I ended up going in with the liquid lipstick in Blushing Rose. Now, when I used this initially by itself, it just, like, you could see my lip color through it. It didn't really look that good, so I definitely recommend using a lip liner underneath. And the lip liner that I did use was a little bit more rosy, and I really liked the effect that it did. It just created a new kind of really berry outer corner. It just looked nice. I liked it. Now, I'm also using the Brightening Nude Pencil on my waterline. This, I mean, nothing too special. It works. It's pretty simple, self-explanatory. And then I used the eyeshadow again to just line my lower lash line, and used the mascara. Now this, I cannot, like, I don't like it. I put this on my lashes, and it's fine. It looks amazing when you apply it, but the only issue is that when you start blinking, like, your lashes all stick together. Like, I don't know what the formula is made out of, but it's not a comfortable wearing mascara. So thanks again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a giant thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Don't forget to tell me your favorite e.l.f. product. I want to know. As of right now, my favorite e.l.f. products are their Studio blushes. I love their blush palettes, like the one that I used today, the Blush Duo. This is like phenomenal. Like, I honestly would not pay more money than like this much for this. Like, it's just, there's no point of going out and buying any other blushes. Like, these are so good. So let me know, and I can't wait to chat.